up, guys? How's it going? Travis and Susie here from the Wolf Hunters, and boy, do we got a reaction video for you today. Look, if you want to request your own personal reaction video, it could be the video of your choice. So you find this link in the description box, which is below the video. There's a link. You click it. You pick it. You can request music, movie scenes, comedy skits, live performances, sports videos, race car videos. You pretty much name it. Today's video is brought to you by Tony C, bringing us Craig Lowndes. Is that how you say that?
Lowndes.
Lowndes?
Lowndes, I would say. Lowndes.
Let's see if there's a...
Craig Lowndes.
We'll probably hear in the video how to say it. But let's just do it.
Craig Lowndes.
No.
That definitely cannot be right.
That cannot be right.
Maybe it is right. I don't know.
Lowndes.
I guess we'll find out in a second.
Crash!
Oh, Crash! Dang.
Calder Park.
Calder Park.
Tony C says, hi, Travis and Susie. Some would argue that Australia's V8 Supercars, now just Supercars, don't ask me why, is the best racing series on the planet. You've seen footage of the carnage that can take place, and this is just one example of how dangerous it can get. And just when you think it's over, it gets worse.
What?
This incident featuring now retired driver. Okay, well,
that's that means he lived. So
yes, I'm glad to hear that.
Right on.
That he can be retired. Craig Lowndes, as I'm assuming, took place at Calder Park Raceway on July 25th, 1999. Apart from minor bruising, Craig only suffered a knee injury.
Wow.
I'm assuming that's lucky, because I feel like even when you're driving your car like 30 miles an hour, that's lucky.
Well, we've watched a few videos where the driver did not survive. Right,
but what I'm saying is, even with a small crash, you can get more injured than this.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
Which required surgery. Oof. And he was back behind the wheel just 6 weeks later. Craig! He was leading the championship heading into this race, and despite missing the next two events, he went on to come second at Bathurst in early November and placed fourth in the Champion. Nope.
It's not a championship.
Championship.
Let me just say it. Championship. There we go. That's a really good story. Great background. Thanks for sharing all that. That really gives us...
That was a really hard word at the end there.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Anyways. This says flash... Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't. Drivers rush to help Lowndes after a
mega crash. Guys, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and feel free to comment below.
Nervous.
Hey, good news is, if you don't want all the notifications, just don't hit the notification bell. You can still subscribe to the channel. And the more you guys like, comment, all that good stuff, the more this video can be shown to others as well. So all right, so, yeah, let's do this.
Lowndes on the inside, skate from the outside. Will he enforce and get a good jump? Away we go. And Lowndes popped him down. Look through the middle. It's back. Rather bright, yeah. And Stephen Richards the outside.
Oh, that was a bright.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that. That's so
no. He's got the HRC car. Craig Lowndes.
Oh,
my goodness me.
That's a nasty.
Craig Lowndes, car won our championship leader. You could see there was a contact there between two.
Oh my gosh, let's see that again. Holy smokes, that thing rolled.
That just went. I mean, it's just like the car just decided it was gonna.
Oh my god.
It wasn't. It wanted to be more dramatic.
Lowndes on the inside, skate from the outside. Will he enforce and get a good jump? Away we go. And Lowndes popped him down. Look through the middle. It's back. Rather bright, yeah. And Stephen Richards the outside.
Oh, that was a bright.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that. That's so
He's got the HRC car. Craig Lowndes. Oh my goodness me.
That's a nasty.
Craig.
That's wild how it was just sliding. It was almost better off just sliding on the street, but then once it hit the grass, and I don't know if there was something else it
just went ping.
Then that's what started the tumble. Wow.
You know, I'm reacting to this differently, knowing that Craig
survived and that he's okay.
Yeah, just so you know, like when I'm like, "Ooh, that car is being dramatic." If I didn't know, I probably would have been like crying at this point.
Yeah.
But
which we've cried in a few of these.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Lowndes car won, our championship leader. You could see there was a contact there between two cars. It set off a chain reaction. And our championship leader, Craig Lowndes, one of the wins cars. Stephen Richards, boy, oh boy.
What they want to do is get over there and just make sure that thing, they've got all these fire extinguishers and everying, because if that thing catches fire, that's really very nasty.
Look at the drivers running. Yeah. Garth Tander is there, Greg Murphy.
That makes me want to cry.
That does.
I don't know how this works, but does that mean they're throwing their race?
And just not to confuse you guys, when I start to cry a little bit, I chuckle, I laugh, you know. So.
Yeah, we're just like we were raised like that, crying. You know, we're learning how to express our emotions, and so sometimes that leads.
Wow, but this is really phenomenal that all these race car drivers are rushing to help.
I assume, and correct me in the comment section. To me, this means they're throwing their race. They're saying, this person's well-being is more important than my win.
Yeah, we don't know.
And I think, I don't know if that's how it works. I assume that's how it works.
But you even could be like, oh, sorry, like, but no, they're not doing that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's love, putting others before yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please get over there and just make sure that thing, they've got all these fire extinguishers and everything, because if that thing catches fire, that's really very nasty.
Look at the drivers running. Yeah. Garth Tander is there, Greg Murphy. All these guys are friends. Crompton in there. They're all concerned for their fellow competitors' safety and welfare. They are all rushing in there to his aid. And that is exactly the same position we saw the Formula Ford crash yesterday.
Identical, absolutely
look at the bank. The dirt marks there are where the Formula Ford went in.
Look, that's the marshal's doing a really good job there, because the frightening thing, the thing they've got to be so careful of, is to make sure there's no fire.
Well, I'll tell you what, these are tough old cars. They build these Mobile Holden Racing Team cars like Sherman tanks, massive roll bar structures in them, safety systems. So hopefully Lowndes should be okay.
What a frightening sequence of events. And Craig, we can hear some of the crowd cheering, so Craig is out.
Craig's out the car, and you see the medical guys down. Just have a look in the middle there. And by the way that Craig's friends are sort of walking away, you'd say that things are you know, good, because basically...
I'm glad this is okay. I'm glad, because also crying on camera in front of people, for people to watch, is just a little embarrassing, you know?
No, it's not embarrassing. Don't worry. Oh my goodness.
That's why I probably laugh before I cry.
Just, yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
This is such a beautiful display of friendship, of good sportsmanship, of you know, just humanity. Yeah. You know, that people are making sure this man is okay, and I'm sure that they would want the same thing if they were in that position, you know, that people would bum rush to help them, you know.
You know, you leave everything to your...
Well, Barry, we've got some replays here, so let's have a look, hey?
Yeah, look what happened here. Right, this is on board with John Bow. I think it was somebody touched Tander. Now watching the middle there. Right, yeah, you see, it's Russell goes into Tander. That goes sideways, and that is Crompton, isn't it? And then that was completely separate.
That was totally separate.
Yeah, totally separate thing at the front.
And there is Craig spinning off to the left.
Look, that's frightening.
Here it is from the top angle.
Now you see Craig is down there on the left. That's the touch there, right? That's the touch where...
That's Stephen Richards who...
Oh, it's Stephen Richards, is it? Sorry, I thought it was Garth Tander.
Yeah, the white car in the middle was the wins car, but Stephen was obviously offline, whether he...
That's frightening now.
Okay, so let's see. I want to see... Because right now it's been sliding on the roof. I want to see at what point did it catch something and then start.
I don't think I realized just how far he slid before starting the spin.
Because it was going so fast, probably.
Yeah.
I wonder how fast it's going, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Watch this, where it touches the curb. It's identically the same thing as happened yesterday. And just, you know,
now that car has left the track at close to 200 kilometres an hour, you would say.
That is very, very, very nasty. And we just keep our fingers.
I thought him hitting that wall was going to be bad, but actually it seemed like
it rolled over.
Yeah, it just went smooth.
Cross and hope that Craig's all right.
Well, these cars are built extremely strong, and they are very, very well put together. This was a brand new race car.
Right, now let's try it. Now you see the touch there was from Stephen Richards. You know, I thought it was Gartano, it was Stephen Richards, and the touch makes Craig's car pick up the left-hand rear, and then you'll see. You see what happens. Stephen gets knocked in. All right.
You know what too is like with athletes and things like that, or people that are competitive. What's probably going on in his head? First, he probably says, "Okay, I'm okay." Secondly, is probably like, "Oh, I lost the race. Oh, my car, blah, blah, blah." While everyone else is just like, "I hope you're okay," you know?
And they're like, "Oh my gosh." Like, so if your car was going to slide and flip in that direction, just the way that he did just was so miraculous. I feel like just rolling over those barrels the way that the car did, and then even landing on that slant. Like, I don't know anything about this, but like, I feel like if that didn't happen, it would have been harder to extract him from the car.
I wonder if there's an interview where he talks about it afterward, like, "Oh, this is what I was thinking."
Oh, can you imagine, like, being in the stands, like, family or anyone? Oh my gosh.
So look there.
Just like that.
See, it's the bang from Stephen that lifts Craig's left-hand rear off, and it's just totally out of control there. But
wow, it looks like, I don't know, like, did it have some time to slow down by being on the roof for a little while? You know, that helped too. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really know much.
We don't know the science behind car crashes, but that was miraculous that you know, he survived that. Guys,
don't go anywhere. I'm going to put a playlist of all of our racing videos, and you can watch all our racing videos one right after another if you want. If you want to request your own reaction video, find that link in the description box below. Like, subscribe, comment, stay tuned, stay positive.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I just wanna bang my